Let's go! Olympic Games down in Nagano. I said L-U-G-E.
Get in the car, Tom. We got to go Columbus to Cleveland. We got the State House done, Mojo Nixon Day. Now we're in Cleveland for the exhibit. You got to get in the car. Hold this up.
We are in the car going from Columbus up to Cleveland and coming from the commemoration of Mojo Nixon Day in the state of Ohio, headed up to the opening of the Mojo Nixon exhibit at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Bullethead wanted me to recount the story that I told him after a few drinks last night and with some of the politicians. It was about how the first time I saw Mojo Nixon, and it was probably early 90s, and it was Mojo and Dred Zeppelin, and it was a show that changed my life. And the reason it changed my life, I just could feel the attitude and the fun. It was the sense of enjoyment and pure love of life, and that was something that just took me. And from that day forth, I wound up becoming, friends with Mojo, and it was just an unbelievable experience.
No, but how did you become friends? The whole story.
The whole story.
Oh my
the whole
gosh.
story. Okay. All right. So, turns out that my friend was in a band called God Street Wine, and they had this manager named Bullethead, and I was a Mojo fan, and I knew who Bullethead was. And so I said, wow, this is pretty cool. So I called my friend who was in God Street Wine, and then I said, I need Bullethead's address. He said, all right. So got Bullethead's address. I sent him a note addressed to Mojo, and I made some kind of jokes about, the Olympics were coming, and, we want you to be our honorary team captain. And, I put in a line about the CBSI watching him back, just to let him know that I was a fan. And, because that's a line in one of his songs. My TV is watching me. Anyway, so I didn't think I'd hear anything of it, and probably 3 weeks later, a month later, the team's on the road, and I got a call from the luge office saying that there's a box full of Mojo Nixon shirts at the luge office. And I thought, well, holy shit, the letter got to Mojo. And this was the 97-98 season, so, we're going into the games. And this is the fall, I think. Oh no, well, at this point, yeah, it's... Anyway, we're probably 3 weeks in front of the games, a month, and we're sitting in our hotel room in Park City, Utah, and the telephone rings, and it's...
Which games are those, Gordy?
98.
What kind of games?
Olympic Games. Sorry. So, so I get the phone rings in our hotel. Again, no cell phones at this point. And it's Mojo. And I couldn't fucking believe it. I was just beside myself. And Mojo says, hey, I hear you guys are coming to San Diego. I said, yeah. He said, well, let's record a team theme song, and I want you to play the drums. And I was just floored. So we went, and the guys from the Beat Farmers, it was definitely Joey recorded us, and Jerry played guitar. And then as I was setting up the drums, Joey kind of casually mentioned that this is the first time it was Country Dick's set, and it was the first time that the drums had been set up since he had passed. So it was just crazy. And so we record the song, and Mojo, in typical Mojo fashion, I said, so how does the song go? What's it? He said, hold on, I'll be back in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, he's got the words, and he's got the structure to the song, and we recorded it, and it was amazing. And it had the line about the metal drought will soon be over now that Captain Mojo has took over. So we Mojo's words came to be true, and we got the medal. And actually, all of us who recorded in the song got medals. So there was the silver and the bronze, and yeah. So then.
And that was the first time?
That was first medals.
For the USA and Luge.
Yep, first medals for the United States. And then I got invited to this crazy day party at South by Southwest. And that was the first time I saw Mojo naked. And 25 years of sleeping on Mojo's day bed at South by Southwest. And, you know, it was just an incredible experience. I never would have guessed that all of this would happen. Okay. Without Mojo, there would be no medals for USA Luge at the 1998 Olympics.
Mojo took over. He ain't afraid of nothing.